During Avengers Infinity War, Thanos and Tony Stark share a somewhat perverse bonding moment, as Thanos recognises that they both share the burden of intelligence, cursed with knowledge as he states. Thanos' final statement to Tony as he prepares to slaughter him, "I hope they remember you," wasn't intended to mock the dying man. Thanos genuinely seemed to respect Tony, viewing him as a noble warrior fighting for the wrong side. The moment highlights the strange similarity between the two characters, who at first glance appear to be polar opposites, but Tony and Thanos are thematically connected, both representing two opposing sides of fatherhood. Thanos is, of course, the tyrannical father. He is controlling, abusive, his children kidnapped, and indoctrinated or cultish followers attracted to his magnetism. His ideology is steeped in violence and domination, but his intentions are pure. Thanos is genuinely trying to protect the universe, viewing the fate of all life as his parental responsibility, but he also holds a kind of contempt for life, viewing others as inferior, incapable of understanding his grand vision. To Thanos, his authority overshadows his responsibility. But fortunately for the poor, misguided masses, Thanos was willing to dedicate his entire life to his twisted cause, to sacrifice countless innocent lives to achieve it, even that of his favourite daughter. Tony, on the other hand, is the compassionate father, having recognised the terrible mistake he once made in distributing weapons, contributing to the slaughter of innocents. Tony never forgets about that past sin, his actions in later films becoming more and more extreme as he attempts to protect humanity, his guilt leading to intense paranoia. Tony wanted to encase the world in a suit of armour, willing to sacrifice freedom in exchange for security. This is a direct parallel to the way the world has reacted to the threat of terrorism, the fatal flaw in Tony's good intentions. An overprotective parent is a little better than a neglectful one, and Tony struggles to find balance, prioritising safety over liberty. The obsession to hold himself accountable eventually sparks the Civil War conflict with Captain America, shattering the team before Thanos' arrival. It's easy to imagine Tony becoming slowly more obsessive and extreme in his pursuit of perfection. If he had failed to learn the hard lessons of his previous adventures, Iron Man 3 saw Tony at the height of his madness, having crafted a private army of Iron Man drones intended to be used for the greater good. But by Spider-Man Homecoming, Tony had greatly improved. He was able to protect his young protege Peter Parker without smothering him, equipping him with lethally violent tools that Parker was unable to access until he had taken the necessary training steps. By Endgame, Tony had accepted his role as Messiah and was willing to sacrifice his life so that others could live, including his beloved daughter. Thanos and Tony share that obsessive urge to protect others, to improve the suffering they see around them, but while Tony chided himself for every single mistake, Thanos viewed himself as infallible. Tony had every reason to think of himself as infallible too. The man created the Iron Man nanotech suit, developed a sentient AI, time travel technology, and forged an Infinity Gauntlet. Even in the context of the Marvel Universe, that's impressive. So, Thanos and Iron Man are two similar characters in the MCU. Thanos' view on Iron Man is, he sees him as a warrior fighting for the wrong side, and he respects him. He respects who he is. But Iron Man, is very similar to Thanos in that way, being a father and being someone who wants to protect what they have and, protect, I guess, the universe. But they both do it in completely different ways. I mean, one does it in a heroic way, and I guess one does it in a villainous way, but the way Thanos sees himself doing it is as a hero. So I feel that Thanos and Iron Man are two greatly, connected characters in the sense that they are very similar, and that, we see that throughout the whole of the Infinity Saga, that even when we see Thanos in just Infinity War and Endgame, he has them similarities to Iron Man that we see, Iron Man in Age of Ultron, or Iron Man 3, or Endgame and Infinity War. So I think it's very interesting that the Russos did that for Iron Man and Thanos, because, it connects the two characters very well, and I really like that. So tell me what you guys think about that down below. Do you enjoy the link, I guess, between Thanos and Iron Man? I think it's pretty cool to look at when we go back to the Infinity Saga. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video today, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.